Today we will be counting sounds and writing the letter for the sound that we hear. You're going to need your whiteboard eraser, your whiteboard marker, and 4 counters that you can find in your math kit. I'm going to put my counters on top of the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not in the square, they're on top of the squares. I have my eraser down, I have my marker down, and remember when you hear the bell, you stop, put your hands on your head, and look at your teacher. We're going to start by opening our marker and then putting our marker down. I have nothing in my hands right now. Okay, so your hand should be on your head. You shouldn't be touching anything on your board. You should not have a marker in your hand. Your eyes are on your teacher. Okay, keep your hands on your head until your teacher tells you to take them down. Hands are on our head. Stretch out the word cot. K, ah, t. Hands are still on your head. Stretch it out again. K, ah, t. Now put your hands by your counter. Let's count the sounds we hear in cot. K, ah, t. How many sounds did you hear in the word cot? Touch the counters and make the sounds. K, ah, t. Cot. Cot. There's 1, 2, 3 sounds in the word cot. Now go ahead and pick up your marker and we're going to write the sounds that we heard in the word cot. The first sound, k. That's the C. And C starts right below the dots, up and around. And it sits right on that grass line. Make sure your C is not above or below the yellow. Let's see what the next sound was in cot. K, ah, ah. Write that letter, ah. You should have written the letter O. O is also a small letter. It stays inside on the yellow. Let's see what the last sound was. K, ah, t. The last sound was T. Go ahead and write that letter. You should have written the letter T, cot. The last sound is T. That is a tall letter. He starts on the skyline, down to the grass, and across on the dots. K, ah, t, cot. Touch the letters and make the sounds. K, ah, t. Now run your finger along the bottom to read the sound, to read the word. K, ah, t, cot. 3 sounds, 3 letters in the word cot. Now I'm going to put my marker down, erase my word, put my eraser away, and push those counters right back on top of those squares. Okay, your hands are on your head, your eyes are on your teacher, you're not touching anything. You're thinking about the next word. Hands on head. The next word is the word pod. Stretch out the word pod. P-odd. Hands are still on head. Stretch it out again. P-odd. Now put your hands near your counters. Let's see how many sounds we hear in the word pod. P. Ah. D. I don't hear any more. P-odd. Pod. I hear 1, 2, 3 sounds in the word pod. I don't need this one because I don't have 4 sounds, just 3. Now pick up your marker and we're going to write the sounds we hear in the word pod. The first sound was P. That's a Wormytown letter. He's going to go visit Wormy in Wormytown. He starts on the dots, goes down, 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 down. Hi, Wormy. Ride the railroad track back up. Circle. Let's see what the next sound was in pod. P, ah. What do you hear? Write the sound that you hear. I hear the sound O. Ah, p, ah, p, ah. That stays on the yellow. What's the last sound we hear in pod? P, odd. Write that sound right there. That's the letter D. And D starts with a magic C. Magic C. All the way to the top skyline and then back to the grass. Put your marker down. Touch the letters and make the sounds. P, odd. P, odd. Now slide your finger underneath it to read the word and blend it together. P, odd. Pod. Pod. Good job, friends. Go ahead and push your counters up. Erase your word. Get your eraser put away. Hands on head. Stop what you're doing and put your hands on your head, eyes on teacher. The next word is the word can. Keep your hands on your head. Stretch out the word can. And do it again. And bring your hand by your counters. Bring down the number of sounds you hear in the word can. Go ahead and do that now. Let's see if you got that right. Can. K. N. K. An. If you brought down 3 counters, you are right. Now pick up your marker and we're going to write the letters that make the sound can. What's the first sound in can? Can. Write that letter. You should have written the letter C. K. Letter K also makes the sound K, but in the word can, we use the C. Let's see what sound is next. K. Oh, what is that? Write that right here. K. That's a special vowel. That's the nasal A, or the whiny A. K. Short A is A, but when it's a nasal, it's A. Magic C, up, down. Your A should be inside those dots. Another magic C, up, down. Let's see what the last sound is. K. An. Go ahead and write that sound right here, the last sound. N. That is the N. N starts on the dots. Down to the grass. Rainbow, back to the grass. Can. Touch those letters and make those sounds. K. An. Do it again. K. An. Now slide your finger on it under the word to blend it. Can. Can. You wrote the word can. Okay, we're going to wipe it off. Push our counters back up for our very last word. Hands on head. Stop what you're doing. Eyes on teacher. Okay, this one's going to be a little tricky. We're doing the word add. Hands on head. Stretch out add. Add. Do it again. Add. Okay, bring your hands by your counters. Pull down the counters that make the word add. How many sounds do you hear in that word? Add. Hands on head, eyes on teacher. Add. A. D. Are there any more sounds? Add. Add. 1, 2. There's 2 sounds in the word add. There's no more. I don't need any more. Now pick up your marker and write the sounds that make the word add. Go ahead. Okay, the first sound was ah, ah. Magic C, up, down to make our A. What's the next sound in add? Add. Add. D. That's a D. That's another magic C letter. Magic C, up, down. Add, add, add. Go ahead and touch the letters and make those sounds. Add, add. Now slide your finger along the bottom to blend the sounds together. Add, add. Good job, friends. You blended sounds to make words. You can go ahead and clean up and put your stuff away.